Watch your heads, brothers!
Cyril makes a stand!
And welcome back, everybody, to the Kostaltyn, the Old World mod campaign. And I have pretty good news when it comes to the grand strategy enthusiasts amongst us, which is that I talked to the mod author for realistic replenishment, and there is, in fact, a sub-mod to make realistic replenishment compatible with the old world. So I have just introduced that, and I may over time try to introduce one or two other of mods that seem to be compatible with the old world moving forward. I am a little bit reluctant, so I'm going to be a little bit conservative about adding additional mods just because we do not want to brick our campaign by doing something stupid that is completely irrecoverable. Excuse me for just a second while I adjust the microphone. Anyway, so we have now the reduced replenishment, which makes this particular technology researched that much more valuable. And obviously in the first episode, we did start out down here. We moved up, we took our first settlement. We know that our enemy is counterattacking somewhere around here. This is my first experience with the old world mod, so I really don't know basically anything that's going on beyond what little bit we can see right here. Don't know how the old world campaigns tend to play out. And I'm also not an expert on Kislev, so I hope nobody's watching this with the anticipation of being able to learn a thing or two about the best way to play Kislev, because that's probably not what this is going to be. What this is going to be is a thematic grand strategy campaign. As I mentioned in the first episode, we are playing as Good Guy Kostaltyn, meaning that we are not allowed to declare war or raid or any of the really negative diplomacy options with respect to other order factions. And in particular, we want to be exceptionally nice and diplomatic with other religious factions, including but not exclusive to probably the Fay Enchantress and Volkmar the Grim, folks like that. So, okay. Anyway, we'll try to discover them as quickly as we can. Now, I will get into a little bit more of the overall strategy here in just a second, but before we dive into that, I just want to mention my name is Michael, and my goal is to try to bring the most immersive Let's Plays that are possible for Warhammer. And as I mentioned previously, we are using sort of a grand strategy approach here, which is a combination of mods, but also just the way that I play. I try to make the tactics and the strategy much more impactful, so I don't try to abuse the AI or use cheese tactics or anything like that. Fighting pretty much every battle manually, except for the most lopsided ones. Anyway, most of you already know the routine. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back into this. So, we've got a decent enough army here. I was hidden, which I was kind of hoping would draw in that enemy army in this direction, give us an opportunity to counterattack him. But since he didn't fall for it, even though we did remain hidden, which is obviously highly suspicious, we have to figure out a different strategy. Now, it looks to me like maybe... Let me take a look here at our relative faction strength. He's got more units than we do, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's stronger than we are. 167 to 84. So it kind of Kind of feels like maybe this is a battle
Be done.
that we could win if we just did a straight up
I
fight.
am truth.
We can, in fact, reach him. So I'm going to start moving.
We can protect
Towards
the
him
land
here.
without your help.
I am going to try to get... Let me see here. Let me spin my camera around a bit here. Yeah, let's get you moving up closer as well.
This land is ours.
And let's get you back into the army.
Warm your heart.
Okay, now hopefully this doesn't make it such a lopsided battle that he runs away.
Your zeal unsettles me.
Can we see, we still can't see any more of his army.
Only I.
Do I want to do... Let me just double check, make sure I don't have magic items or ancillaries that need to be done. Nothing really needs to be done prior to this battle.
Know if you are a madman.
Okay,
But I have heard you.
let's go ahead and do it.
one. Kneel to Ursa.
Ah, dag nabbit. Alright, that's a bit unfortunate.
Ursa is rule.
I'm going to go ahead, since I can't reach him anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and
Do
be
not tarry.
in channeling stance here. We are replenishing. Let's see what he does. He's actually suffering attrition, which is great.
Druzina.
Let's go ahead and get you closer,
Follow me to glory.
but still close enough to Kostaltyn's army where you can be
Orson.
reinforced. And I probably, it's too late now, I probably should have moved these units into his... No, never mind, it's fine. I want 2 of these units. I like having 2 spearmen, 2 anti-large in each army, just because you end up fighting against flanking cavalry. So back to our building. Yeah, we got the church built. We're building the Orthodoxy district here, so that's good. We're 1 turn away from needing to level this up, and that's going to cost us 2,000. Okay. Which we should be able to afford, even though our income is not great right now. I'm actually kind of wondering, should we go into deficit spending in order to recruit into Kostaltyn's army?
Chaos.
I'm frankly kind of tempted to. So let's,
I am
if I switch him
truth.
back into this, I can move just a tiny little bitty bit farther.
Go.
And
Give your life.
let's go ahead and do 2 more Kassars. Like I said, we're now going to go into negative,
Chaos
but
will be eradicated.
sometimes can't be helped. You got to have a strong army, particularly in the very beginning. Okay, hooked axe blades. That's probably pretty good. I do obviously want to do some ice sculpting here in the near future, or you know, something that'll help us to increase our frost maidens. Okay, still. Oh, that's kind of tempting. Now I think I'd better boost our units a little bit. Okay. I don't want to take it for granted that our units are stronger than the enemy. We also need to pay attention to our public order. We are extremely likely to suffer a rebellion here before too much longer, so we have to stay close enough to Erengrad to be able to fight that off. And I just want to take a look here. We're at 7, they're at 4. We're going to be getting 2 per turn from our buildings, from our church here, and then from our Orthodoxy district. So that should help us a bit. Okay, diplomacy, let's go ahead and just see if there's anything to do here. Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Okay. No, okay. Again, non-order factions are not people that we want to be particularly nice to. Although I also don't want to go to war with 2 different factions at the same time. Not until this one is pretty well taken care of. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, he's going, unfortunately, in March stance, so farther than we're going to be able to reach to attack.
We can protect the land without your help.
Okay, yeah, so we're at minus 67 per turn now. We can maintain that for a little while. Alright,
Against the code.
that army is now up to 17 units. If they were to attack
Your
our
zeal
garrison
unsettles
here,
me.
which is only strength 11, but we do have the advantage of walls.
Don't be done.
I think we would be able to hold out for a turn or two. I don't think they could attack right
I
away
do not know if you are a
and
madman,
successfully take it.
but I have heard you fight like
Yeah, in fact,
one.
I feel pretty certain of that. So what we could conceivably do
Champion of
here
Kislev.
Whatever the cost.
is actually make a push. Well, except that's not their capital. Still, we could, and they have 13 units there. How strong are they overall? Or are they likely to have another army over there? They might. Okay. Do they have military presence? They do not. So what we could do,
Heed me.
we could press the offensive with Kostaltyn. Use Kostaltyn here for offensive purposes. Use Dmitri here for defensive purposes. The problem is, over here, I can't. If I leave this army to wander around my territory, and I move to defend Ehrengrad, then that does expose Zidovsk here to getting attacked. That garrison, even with the addition of Dmitri, is probably not strong enough to hold off that army.
Not warranted. Not this.
And of course that army could grow at any point just because vampire counts can do that. So it kind of almost seems, and we cannot reach to attack, which is a nuisance.
Idleness is sin.
And they
Against the code.
cannot reach to attack this turn.
We can protect the land without your help.
Okay, I think I need to be... As much as I'd like to go on the offensive here, I think I need to be a little bit defensive oriented and make sure that we don't lose territory to this army. So what I am going to do is...
Truth.
Your zeal
I'm
unsettles
going to chase. But what I'm actually going to try to do
me.
here,
Defender of Kislev.
if I put you back in ambush stance,
Betrayers all around.
and I move you to... Looks like it doesn't really matter where we move to. It's always only going to be 40%, which is definitely not ideal. What I'm trying to do is I want to position myself where we are... I'm going to use this army as bait.
Leader of Kislev's
And I'm going
warriors.
to leave him in march stance so that he really looks imminently beatable, like he can't run away.
Be eradicated.
And then...
Only I spread truth.
Okay, Kostaltyn, you're actually at 70% right there where you are, though. Why is it 70% right here? Okay, I can keep
I do
you
not
in
know
70%
if you are a
all the way to
madman, but I have heard you
all the way
fight
to
like
here.
one.
What about here? Nope. Okay, it's got to be kind of in these trees right here.
Find the enemy.
70% right there. We're close enough where we could move in either direction depending on which way he goes.
Drużyna stand
And like I
ready.
said, I want you to kind of be bait.
Kislev is
So you go right here.
Orson is Kislev.
Okay. We can't afford to do any more recruiting, but that's fine. If he decides to lay siege right here, we'll be able to run down and attack him next turn. If he moves up this way, he cannot reach it in anything but March stance this turn. The only real risk, I feel like, right now, is if he uses his ability to raise dead,
We can protect the land
strengthens his
without
army
your help.
even more, and goes ahead and attacks Ehrengrad, which does have a very weak garrison right now, but just the risk that we're going to have to take. Okay. I'm assuming I can't do any hero. I can. Wait a minute, don't I have to do the ice court first? Yeah, I have to do the ice court first. Okay, yeah, and I have to open a slot up, okay. No, so we have the capacity. I've just momentarily got myself confused there, which happens all the time, especially late at night like it is right now, and I have, my brain is operating at about 50% probably. Pretty sleepy here. Okay. All right, enough said. I don't think we need to check diplomacy again. Let's just go ahead and... Actually, what I do want to do, though, is make sure that we are still gaining. Okay, we're gaining 2 per turn. That's fine, even without fighting anything. I want to capture another city, another settlement if possible, though, to get us another 5 followers. Okay, as his turn approaches here, fingers crossed. Really hoping he falls for this, because I'd like to get rid of this army sooner rather than later. I don't want to be wasting turn after turn chasing him all over the map. Okay, he's headed towards Zdovsk, but I think he's close enough that we can attack him with Kostaltyn now. And at this point, we'll be keeping Kostaltyn close enough to deal with the rebellion when that happens as well.
Your zeal unsettles
Okay, one of us. Your lancers bring you the bones of a long-lost czar discovered while patrolling the oblast. Into a reliquary box they go, holy relics of an ancient war to defend Kislev's vast borders, inspired by this proof that their rulers to sacrifice everything for the motherland. Your legions take heart. Leadership plus 10 in own territory. Well, that's convenient. Okay, so our public order, well...
I do not know if you are a madman, but I have heard you fight like one.
The rating is -5, and so... It almost seems like once we deal with this army, we may not have a rebellion after all. Okay, he is actually...
We can protect the land without
He's
your
obviously
help.
close enough to attack. He's up to 20 now. Very interesting. We're at 108. Yeah, we're still stronger, though.
Obey the great bear.
Okay, well, we're
Chosen
gonna
Drużyna.
try
That
this.
is my right.
Root out blasphemy.
Maybe since he's up to 20, he won't run away again.
Chaos
Fingers crossed.
for eternity.
Dag nabbit. And he went far enough that we can't reach him.
Orson's
Oh, this is going to get very, very annoying. Okay. Almost, but not quite.
Champion
What
of
we
the
do need to
motherland.
make sure that we do, though, is
ice.
we need to block him from being able to reach.
Drużyna ready.
Zdovsk.
I am Kostaltyn.
Oh, so close.
Guardian of the land.
against the code.
All right, well, we're going to have to go into March stance
The kiss of midwinter is upon us.
and just continue to screen him off from being able to reach Zedovsk. I kind of feel like... Okay, actually, he can't reach even where we're at right now.
A stiff drink will warm us, yes?
I am truth.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go
Kislev
with
is still
Kostaltyn
not
here.
cold.
Kostaltyn the Redeemer.
We're going to go to here
Seek out betrayers.
with you.
Champion of Kislev, make prayers to Ursun.
Nope, we can't. We got to stay close enough to reinforce. So if we move you to
Let us
here,
advance.
okay, let's just double check and make sure that he cannot reach
Does not touch
Zedovsk. He cannot. Okay, he could still attack down here though,
not the
but I think he would have done that already if that was his intention. So meanwhile, we're
Your
actually
zeal unsettles me.
less likely to have a rebellion down here after all. I don't love chasing him all over the map while we're losing money every turn, so that is definitely unfortunate, but that's just the way this game is sometimes. Okay, we are 4 turns away from being able to level this up if we had the money. All right, I think we'll go ahead and I'm going to double check this. Yep, we're at 11. At least we're winning this battle right here. That'll be... If we can get this, that would definitely be really quite nice. We're getting only 2 per turn of the devotion, though. That's a little bit of a concern. Our diplomacy here. Okay, this is good.
A friend of Mother Kislev is always welcome here.
Yeah, let's go for it. Like I said, we want to...
A fine
We want to
result.
play nice, plus that should get us back into the positive, hopefully.
I care only for what you can offer me. Kislevin.
Okay, very good. As long as those factions live, which who knows how long that will be, but as long as they live, we'll remain in the positive, so that's good. Let's go ahead and do another intern. Okay, here we go. He is just RUNNOFT.
I do not know if you are a madman, but I have heard you fight like one.
Okay, war declared. Obviously that impacts us. That little bit impacts us. That impacts us. That, not so much. And the Ever-Living. Interesting. Who the heck are the Ever-Living? No idea. Okay, let me look at that again. Boyar Assembly obviously are another minor Kislev faction, but if I look at that is a what are they? When they're tilted a little bit to the left, is that Wood Elves? Because the no, I'm sorry, it's just another vampire counts. Okay, I guess that makes sense. The Ever-Living would be a vampire count. Okay, so they are now suffering attrition damage. We are still 2 turns away from having a better garrison here. More likely to be able to hold them off on their own. But at this point, what I need to do is start making some progress here. So we're going to have to take some risks. They're at 192. I'm going to assume there's no military presence over here. There's not. So we are going to go ahead and, first of all, we'll level you up. You get Ursun's Roar, which is wonderful. I love that. Okay. Now, Kostaltyn,
Stride through the pain.
See if you can get there
Follow me, cowards.
and start taking some of his territory.
I am the light.
You... Trying to think what the best way to handle this is. You are going to be needed to defend...
Ursun, bring us strength.
Either help defend Erengrad, or more likely defend Zidovskir. But what I don't want to do is have you get in position where he can hit you by yourself. So you're going to have to kind of continue to just be a screening force here in the middle. If he moves back this way, you're close enough that you could attack him with Kostaltyn racing over to help reinforce. If he doesn't move up that way, then Kostaltyn can now press the attack over in that direction. Erengrad, you're just 2 turns away. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We're at 13 versus 4, so we're still doing okay vis-a-vis Tsarina Katarine, although 2 per turn is not exactly overwhelming. We actually have not met her yet, so I don't know how many settlements she has. Okay, let's go ahead and do another intern already. Okay, here we go. Sure enough, coming back up.
Your presence here is...
Okay, this is probably bad. Oh, no, they actually won... Oh, yeah, okay. I was looking at the minus 15 and thinking that they were likely to declare war, but no, sorry, we're not interested in a non-aggression pact with you. You're a lousy, stinking, non-order faction.
I will tolerate you no more.
Okay, so... we got our melee defense buff. That's good. Recruit 30 new units. Okay. Alright, so what do we got here? Clan Mulder and Jusina Enclave. Okay, well, it was nice knowing you, Jusina Enclave. We got the Greenskins and that minor Kislev faction. And we got... oh, Clan Scrutin. Okay, don't know them. It's Clan Scrutin here. They are a Skaven, obviously. Minor Skaven faction. Okay. So here's what we need to do is obviously we need to...
obey. For the good of Kislev.
we need to come down this way and put ourselves in position to fight these guys. However,
Embrace this call.
I need them to retreat in kind of this direction because I want to be able to keep Kostaltyn close enough
of the bear.
to reinforce.
Chosen
I am
Drusilla.
assuming they are going to retreat.
If it honors
Don't know why
us.
they wouldn't. They're less powerful now than they were a
Guardian
turn
of the
ago.
land.
So if we move to here first
Very well.
and then attack from this direction,
Destroy them for Kislev.
they have moved. Don't even tell me they went across the river.
We can protect the land
No, they didn't.
without your
Okay,
help.
that's good. Phew, okay. Yeah, I've had that happen before where an army retreats and somehow, let's say that you attack them, like right here. They're right here and you attack from this direction. And you've got them pinned with their backs to the river. And then they retreat, and they actually retreat somehow across the river, and you have nowhere near enough movement to actually go after them. So I've had that happen before. Thankfully, it is not going to happen this time. Let me just make sure we are close enough to attack them. So, okay, I think we're finally going to be able to deal with this menace. Let's go ahead and do it.
In Kislev,
Since we
snow
know
is
this is
the
going to work, let
welcome
me just
hour.
double check. Okay, nothing to do there. All right, let's go ahead
Commander of
and
the soldiery.
attack. Close victory. Auto-resolve, we could do it without losing any units, but obviously we're not going to do that. They do have 3 of these, so I am a little concerned about their bloated corpses. I'm also a little concerned about their fast units here, the fell bats and the scurvy dogs. But that's what we've got our spearmen for. Just a regular old field battle. Let's do it. Let's see where the reinforcing army comes in from. And unfortunately, our reinforcing army is going to be winded or fatigued or whatever it is when you start out a battle in march stance. Okay, the good news is they're coming in behind us. Kalashnikov. Dmitry Kalashnikov. Isn't that how you spell Kalashnikov, the automatic rifle manufacturer? I know some of you are Russian and would know that. Okay. Well, I see no reason for us to not just go ahead and plant ourselves here. Start battle. Are they going to come towards us? Nope, they're going to wait for us. Okay. Times like this, I wish I had a spellcaster. Got to try to remember to use this Bitterness of Winter against some of their fast units. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get ourselves prepared here. So, since they are nice enough to stand and wait for us, we can choose how we want to do this. This looks like probably the best approach. It's going to be uphill. I don't want to take the time to swing all the way around their left flank, and it would still be coming up a hill anyway. Okay, everybody, you can stop running. I do have this advantage of range, right? That's my... No, actually, these guys are our longest ranged units. And their longest range unit is going to be the gunnery mob, which we actually do have slightly better range than. So let's go ahead and get you three over here. Now, we'll get... How do we want to do this? Maybe 3? No, let's do this. 1, 2... Okay, this can be our main line. Happy with that. You can be my 4. You can walk, and you can be a locked group. For now. Then we want 2 of you to be... Actually, let's go ahead and get... Make sure we've got somebody screening over here. And somebody screening over here. The other 2 of you here in the middle are just going to be a nice light front line. Like this maybe. Okay, you can walk. You can walk, you can walk, you can walk. Okay. You, Mr. Patriarch, you can be right here. Kostaltyn, you can be right here. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now we got to draw them towards us. Your range is... Oh, you're 180. Okay.
Moving out! Light worthless!
Okay, you're my 5. You are going to help screen from flankers. And at this point then, you guys are 1 since you're melee. You can be 2 since you're ranged. You're the only units I don't have a control group for. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and speed things up. Okay, they're not making any aggressive moves at all. We're not quite in range with our war sleds. We're going to first of all try using him to draw them in. So,
Yes!
are you using a gun?
We are no strangers to bow.
Where are you at? A gun or a bow? No, you use a bow, so that's important to know because that means he can arc his fire over that ridge line as opposed to having to have a direct straight line. Alright, speed this up until he gets there. Everybody else is in position. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works to draw them in. These guys do not have shields. Speed up until they decide how they're going to react to this. If they're not going to react at all, we'll just keep... There we go. Okay, now they're reacting. Where are their scariest units? That's the question. Their scariest units are in the back line, unfortunately, and I need to move. Tell you what we can do.
Light war sled! Moving!
Okay, they're coming. They are coming. Let's go ahead and get you back here now.
Fuck Kislev!
Watch your heads, brothers!
The sorcerer makes a stand!
Okay, you guys in particular. Everybody run full speed now. Okay, sixes. Okay, they're using magic on us, of course. Okay, now our missile units are starting to kick in. Let's go ahead and pull our oh my goodness, look how much damage we took there. Wow. Okay, let's get you well out of here. Okay, this is a little bit of a concern over on this flank, but it's fine. Looks like we really don't need to worry about anything on this flank, so that's good. Okay, let's try to take out the bloated corpses, if at all possible here. Where are the other bloated corpses at? Oh, okay, just barely. We kind of lost track of the others. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get you helping out there. Let's go ahead and get you going over there. Okay, let's go ahead and hit these guys. Boom. Okay, you can now take them out. Okay, you you can help out. Okay, there's a bloated corpse right there. Guys, take out that bloated corpse, if at all possible. You as well, actually. All of you guys try to take him out, if you can.
Orson's rage!
Our duty served!
Okay, and there's another bloated corpse right there. I'm afraid that one is actually going to get to us. That's okay. If he hits one of our weak frontline units, I can live with that.
Raiders!
Patriot!
Okay, how are we doing up here? Go ahead and try to take care of business up there. Go ahead and do this with you. Okay. Go and try to take out. I think at this point we're in pretty good shape. Let's get you now around behind. Well, those are pole arms. We don't really want to attack you with cavalry. Okay, over here, yeah, you go ahead and run away. That's fine.
First among Ursenites.
Okay, at this point, let's try to take him out with our ranged units. You guys hit them. You guys hit them as well. You hit them. Over here. Okay, I think we're in pretty good shape here. It looks like they might be starting to disintegrate. Okay, we did take pretty decent damage here again. Okay, save replay. This is Kostaltyn 0201. This is, I'm just going to say VC. In battle. I guess they're not VC, are they? I'm thinking Vampire Coast, but actually they are VC, I think, is generally Vampire Counts. Alrighty, it's always a little bit hard for me to keep track of time. So other than this one unit here, he's really the only one who took heavy casualties. It's hard for me to keep track of time in this old world campaign because the loading screens are so long, and I cut them out of the final episode. I think we need money more than anything. I cut them out of the edited video then, so I have to kind of guesstimate how long the video is going to be after I take all that stuff out. So construction time, minus 15% for all buildings. That's very good. Control local province. That's very good as well. Pyrrhic victory. Wow. Guess we took more casualties than I thought. All right, so
A glorious day for
Kostaltyn, you can go back to moving in this direction.
Fools.
You're already in march stance anyway. You.
Kislev
Okay,
is
so here's the thing. We're at +1 now, so we're no longer so concerned about a
Drużyna.
rebellion. Let's go ahead and give you hard to hit for now. The other trickster's shard. Be good to give to a spellcaster, I suppose. Okay, so you then.
Double pace. Let us advance.
I don't really see any reason not to go ahead and move you both in this direction. I guess I should have actually kept you close enough to be able to be reinforced just in case he's got another army floating around here. I should have checked this first. Now it looks like he has no military strength left. Okay.
I am Kostaltyn.
Let's see here. You're only going to be able to replenish for this one turn. It might actually be worth
A glorious day for Kislev.
merging you two.
Repel chaos.
And possibly even... I'll merge you two next turn, maybe. Okay. And we should have enough money now to be able to level him up in 2 turns and to build a money building here in Erengrad. Next turn. We can't do a commandment here. Research available. The growth might be good. I'm going to go with the growth and the casualty replenishment rate. Both are extremely important, but also the reason I'm kind of dilly-dallying a little bit with respect to the Ice Court is because thematically we just want that sort of Tsarina Katarin's thing. I am going to do it eventually, but I'm not going to prioritize it because it's more of a priority for her. And like I said, I really like to stay thematic. So even when those choices are not always the best thing from a functional perspective. We still have a nice lead right here. What we really need is more territory so that we can build more churches. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy out. Okay, this is good. Ostland, they're an order faction. We can definitely make nice with them.
On behalf of the Empire.
Oh, I just realized. Okay. I apologize for that. I've been asking them for money, but the reality is,
Come, sit.
like here, I could get 800 from them, but I'm not going to, because this is what happens when you're very nice to other order factions. You don't ask them for additional money. You do things for... Ooh, hello. Okay, all right. This is interesting now. This is an interesting decision. We can confederate Drazina Enclave. That's going to give us a ton of more territory. The question is, are we going to be able to hold it? We're going to discover... Well, we're going to try it. Might be a huge mistake.
Blade dance ceremony welcomes you.
Might be a huge mistake, but actually, before I do that, let me just see. Their territory is sort of adjacent to us, sort of not. We don't actually have a direct path to them. I don't know
Our watch can never end.
how well we're going to be able to defend any of this territory. Public order-wise, it might be enough to cause a rebellion here. But I think it'll be fun to try it. Definitely going to grow us a bit, and if we are able to hold on to any of it, really, then we're going to be better off than we are right now. So let's go ahead and do it. Join Confederation. Propose offer. Boom.
You are a true...
Okay, now we're going to have massive money issues and public order issues. I know that. Yep, minus almost 800 per turn. Okay. Adamant available, that'll help. Factions encountered, tons of them. We're going to end up with a bunch of additional enemies as a result of this as well, which is not necessarily great. But... let's take a look here. Public order minus 10 per turn. That is going to last. Okay, why am I not getting a Confederation penalty here? Do we not get that in this campaign? That's interesting. The minus 10 is purely for difficulty and collected income. Okay, we got a church. We've got income. We've got a church. We don't want this, I don't think. Yep, we're going to demolish that. This is probably one thing that we do want to do. But maybe we do this first. Okay, let's take a look here at all of our cities. Okay, you are the least... Assuming... No, not the least. Actually, over here is the least likely that we'll be able to hold on to it. Okay. We're going to get attacked from these guys right here. So that means you... Oh, you're a walled city. Okay, first of all, we're going to demolish that. We're going to try to build walls. If we... This would be a good defensible point if we can hang on to that. You have no movement left. I cannot afford you. Sorry. Boom. You're gone. I like the Ice Guard, but I can't afford you. You're gone.
I have no patience for weaklings.
The Armored Kossars and the Ice Witch I will keep.
The snow.
The Snow Leopard, I'm going to keep that for now. Okay, you are here. Your garrison is 10. You are a little less likely to get attacked, so I'm going to demolish this. What we need more than anything right now is money, so let's go ahead and build that. If we build a couple of good income buildings, we can get back to maybe break even. Let's go ahead and then also do... Let's do control until we get control under control. Okay, you are minus 10. That's good. That is not going to be the best bang for the buck. And you are you're positioned to be able to last a little while, so we're going to go ahead and give you a church as well. Okay, that's plenty of churches for the time being. We're going to give you control. And then down here... Yeah, sure enough, our public order did not get any worse. So we're not losing public order for the Confederation. I guess that's a deliberate change in the Old World campaign. We have an admin. Okay. Actually, before I do an admin, what is our best province, money-wise? River Linsk. Okay, it looks like Northern Oblast here, Zoyshink. That is our best province. So Zoyshink is probably where we want to put the admin if we get one that can boost money. Yep, 5% and a little bit of growth. 5% and a little bit less corruption. Okay, we're going to go with this right here. Okay. Diplomacy-wise, okay, all right. Let's just see what that does in our relations to everyone else. Peace treaty with them. If we wanted to make peace with them, that's too good to pass up, isn't it? We can leave them for the time being. We can focus on... Okay, thematically... How do we feel about this? 11,000 gold for a temporary ceasefire with our enemy in order to buy us a little bit of time. I think we want to do it, and the reason is I don't want to expand anymore. I'm going to have enough trouble hanging on to what I've already got. So I'm going to accept the temporary ceasefire and focus on stabilizing all of our new territory. That influx of money is definitely going to come in useful, and we're going to prepare for the inevitable war now with Clan Mulder. Can we see where Clan Mulder is? We cannot. Okay. but we know that they're around. We're definitely very likely to be going to war with Azhag the Slaughterer very soon. He is already at war with Ungol Kindred, who we are obviously very friendly with. They are 156, he is 65, so they're not doing too terribly bad. Gloomfang, they hate us. They're going to go to war with us soon. They are currently, however, at war with plenty of other factions. And Clan Mulder, oh, there we go. There's Hell Pit. I'm looking forward to this. I've heard about this in this mod, about how this spiral Hell Pit area here is very, very cool. So I'm looking forward to discovering that. Ostland, I'd kind of like to get some trade going with you guys. And then, of course, this right here, Sartorial the Everwatcher. This is a Tzeentchian faction. Definitely going to declare war on us very, very soon, so we need to prepare for them. They are also at war with Ungol Kindred. Okay. All right, so that's what we got to do. We got to focus on our border right now with these guys. We're already working on it by trying to build our defenses up here. We're going to move him down. Excuse me, her. We're going to move her down to help defend it. The garrison there is okay. She's going to have to try to defend all this territory for the time being, though. Maybe we can get Dimitri over there to help out. Kostaltyn, I have a feeling I'm going to keep Kostaltyn here for the anticipated war against Azhag. In fact, we might even want to attack Azhag, because we could probably take this territory right here from him. Okay. Things just got, like, super intriguing here. All right. I think, though, that's going to do it for this turn. Oh, we have this right there, that mysterious island in the river that we could check out as well. It's kind of interesting. Don't think we have the army to spare for it, though. All right, public order, you're going to be okay for the time being. You're not for very long, and you're not for very long. All right, let's go ahead and end our turn. Okay, that didn't take very long.
Battleman's blasphemer.
Okay. Didn't see any of his armies yet, though. Won't take very long, though, that's for sure. I think if we focus on defending our walled cities, we have one in the east and one in the south. I should say focus on them, but make sure that they are defensible. We could afford to lose minor settlements if we find ourselves fighting a lot of really strong enemies. We can afford to lose minor settlements and just make sure that we hang on to the major ones. Okay, Bord and Coven there. They look like they're not doing too well. I think that's the entirety of their military right there. Which is interesting because they're part of our starting province. Which means I'd like to take those territories. Maybe we could declare war on them and finish up our starting province. Okay, we gained a follower. Control, that's definitely needed. A vodka distiller ranked up in a province with low control. I have a feeling we're going to get lots of opportunities for that. Okay, war declared. That's us and Mulder, of course. Okay, Crack a Drac, have no idea where those are. And, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so the Sartorial's Watchers here is definitely a potential enemy of ours, but they're finding themselves in another war. So that could be good for us. Got some buildings constructed. Got some buildings demolished. Okay. Well, I think I'm probably going to need to leave it there. We've got the money to do a little bit of building here in Erengrad. My garrison here did not grow, even though we got to level 2. That's interesting, but maybe we have slightly better units. Yeah, I think there were 5 bowyars here, or I'm sorry, Kossars here before. Okay, so maybe with Kostaltyn, we might want to consider attacking over here. I did just now realize that's unpleasant climate. That's regrettable, but we're still going to want to obviously take it because we want to have our entire starting province. Okay, you in one more turn, we should be able to grow you, but we need to be pretty careful about this since we're going to have a hard time holding it against Azhag. Zoishink here, same thing. You are only even... No, you're a walled city. You are a walled city, okay. I take that back. That's a good spot then for us to try to be able to defend. So we're going to want to build probably this here. Got more churches. Oh, that's bad. She's catching up to us. Okay, good thing we built those churches. All right, we should be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 per turn. Don't know what she's getting. She's getting 1 per turn. Oh, she invoked the motherland. Okay. That's something to keep an eye on. All right. And we're just about out. I think we have like 1 turn left here on our invocation. Yeah, just 1. Okay. All right. And we're nowhere near having enough devotion to be able to invoke another one. All right, well, we'll worry about that next time. Thematically, though, it is something I want to make a focus. I really do want to try to win this this supporter race. Okay, it's not that we want to go to war with Tsarina Katerina, however. She is an Order faction, and we do want to stay at peace with her. But obviously, it's a friendly rivalry, let's say. Okay, and then you, yeah, we just got to make sure you survive long enough to get this built, and then I'm going to feel better about that. All right, we got lots of building to do. We bought ourselves a little bit of time by making a ceasefire with our enemy. However, it's now only going to be a matter of time before Clan Baldur starts invading our territory. And you know how Skaven can be, very sneaky, so... we may not even know it before they attack us. All right, well, I think that's going to be a nice break point for us. Just the one battle in this episode gained a lot of territory. And like I said, I don't exactly know how long the episode is going to be because I'm going to be cutting out so much of the loading screens. So, all right, well, in any case, thanks for your comments from the last episode. Please continue to make comments as ideas occur to you. I am always open to suggestions. In any case, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.